Hey, you found us. We are the Pop Culture Junkies. I am Shauna.
And I'm Olivia.
I miss you so much, dude.
I miss you too. How's life been?
Life's been good. Yeah. By the time this episode airs, we will be done with Phoenix Fan Fusion, which the Pop Culture Junkies are not doing this year, unfortunately, because one of them had to go and move.
Hey, I was going to come back. That wasn't even the reason.
That's true. I know. Oh, God, we should have done it just so we could hang out this weekend.
Yes.
Even though I'm only going for one day. But I've been working on my cosplay.
Ooh, yeah. What are you going to be?
So because this is airing afterwards, I can say it because everybody's already seen the pics and liked them. I am going as a gender bent Papa Emeritus the third from the band Ghost.
Not the second, the third.
It's going to be, it's third. Churzo, for sure.
That's exciting. I'm excited to see it. So what are you wearing with it?
So
obviously your face is painted, but...
Yes, my whole face is painted in like the corpse paint, and then I'm painting my chest in like cleavage white to match the face. And I'm going to repurpose my Elvira dress that I wore a couple years ago for Fan Fusion. But I have a Pope hat, and I have those like long hangy things that popes have up their sleeves. All the Catholics listening are like, oh my God, girl. You know, the long hangy Pope things.
I was raised Catholic and I don't know the name of it. So it's like I'm a cradle Catholic, I think is what they're called, but not like a real Catholic. And I don't know the name of them. So
a cradle Catholic. Dramatic sleeve. It's like dramatic sleeves, basically, on a cloak.
It's the cunty Catholic sleeves, of course.
That's exactly what it's called. The cunty Catholic sleeves, CCS. So if my family was amazing. Already not speaking to me after they see these pictures, they're really not.
It's very true. We can't share that one to Facebook. Debbie.
Oh, I'm sharing. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. She said, I do it for the likes, not for the love of my family.
No, I do it for the memes and the clout and the memes. Yeah. The memes, the memes. The girls, the goths, and the gays. I basically do it for the girls, goths, and gays. They've never given me anything.
Yeah, I do need to hear the story of the man telling you you're hot for a goth. Please.
Oh, my God. And then somebody on Threads didn't believe me, but that actually happened. Steph and I went out last weekend, and I wanted to hear some live music. So we found some, like, dive-ass bar with people just getting up there and playing jam band dad rock. And this guy came up and was like, you're really hot for a goth girl. And I was just like, that is...
What does that even mean?
Are you trying to compliment? And he's like, yeah, I just, I've never really been into that kind of girl. And you're hot for a goth girl.
I'm going
to stop you right here.
Appearance
yeah. I'm like, first of all, I'm married. Second of all, that's not how compliments work. If you're trying that negging thing from like the mid 2000s, you're doing that wrong too.
Yeah. He's like, I just heard about negging. Let's test it out. What did he look like? Was he wearing a pair of cowboy boots? Like, I need every detail about this man. Like,
oh no, he was not wearing cowboy boots. Actually, he was a handsome black man.
Oh, so, okay.
Well, if he would have, if I wasn't married and he wouldn't have led with a bad line, maybe I would have chatted with him.
Would have had a shot.
He wasn't bad looking. He wasn't bad looking.
Like, everything else is, fighting against you.
You blew it, bud. You blew it.
Well, so,
what have you been doing? I know I've been arts and crafting and getting poorly hit on. What are you doing?
Yeah, since we last recorded, I have been public speaking for an insane amount of time about taxes. Not great, not fun, much more fun to talk public speak about, silly, goofy things like pop culture.
I fell asleep for a second there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same. I just was up there, now it's muscle memory. So I, just if you don't know, I speak for a living and I do a lot of educational content for taxes. Never would I have ever thought, but We're here and it's paying the very expensive San Francisco bills. And then I have been in a public beef with my neighbor. So that's really about it.
Oh my God, I am so here. Okay, everyone. So Olivia has this neighbor who, Olivia's not loud. She doesn't party. She just exists. And this lady, you would think that you're like throwing ragers every weekend, Olivia.
At this point, I'm going to. Because like if you're going to literally start something over being loud, like I'll show you loud. No, she had a city worker come and look at my backyard on Friday.
That's insane. Don't you guys share a backyard?
Yeah, we share a backyard. Yeah, she's insane. And so the city called my landlord. My landlord was like, this is insane. Like, she's crazy.
Dude.
So, yeah, yesterday I came home and whipped out the speaker that I hadn't been using because I was trying to be a nice neighbor. And I, on full blast, played Fuck You by Lily Allen and every single song that I could think of that had the word fuck you in it at full blast. So we've entered the petty era of me living here.
Yes. I just want to gaslight this lady. I want you to sign her up for just spam mailers. I don't know. Somehow we need to just send every organization in the world's papers to her. Just like, I don't know, for states that she doesn't live in. You should play some Ghost. Just play Year Zero by Ghost to just freak her the fuck out. Because it just says Hail Satan over and over.
That's actually not a bad idea. You know? If killing him with kindness didn't work, maybe kill him with Ghost. So
I love it.
Yeah, other than that, I've just been hanging out. The weather here is like amazing. This is my first San Francisco summer, as you guys are all aware. And yeah, I just been like walking around. The flowers are so pretty. They're blooming. It's perfect.
Love
Ziggy
it.
and I have been going on like 3-mile walks every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
well, I wish I was there with you, and I'm going to try to come visit. Sorry, babe.
Yes.
Not you, babe. Andrew, babe.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't listen, so we're fine. He won't know. We could be planning his death on this, and he would never figure it out.
Planning his murder, and he would have no idea.
Or signing him up for text. You never know.
That's true. He's like, do you have a good podcast today? Yeah, great, babe.
Yeah.
Great.
You made some really good points.
It's all pop culture. So I guess we will talk some pop culture. You what?
All pop culture, or all pop culture, no murder.
No murder.
Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
We've talked about murder a lot in this show, but it's always, I don't know, pop culture murder or fake murder. Fiction, that's the word I'm looking for.
Well, sometimes. We talk true crime quite often.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But just
it's a murder cast. It's a murder cast. Just kidding. Okay, we are going to talk about pop culture after this quick break. We are going to give you the movies that we are most excited to see this summer. So it's hot as fuck in Arizona in the summer and kind of chilly in San Francisco. So Olivia and I both have reasons to see as many summer movies as possible. So let's talk about what we are looking forward to. But first, let's talk Patreon. Want a shout out? Full access to our new PCJ Pops, a sneak peek at the uncensored video of the episodes before anybody else gets them. Then join. The price is definitely right. For just a little bit of cash, you can get a reward. Plus, you're supporting us as we bring you the best pop culture on a weekly basis. Go to patreon.com/popculturejunkiepodcast and make my day. So this summer, superheroes and sequels are expected to rule the box office, and we are going to break down 3 each for you, giving you 6 movies that we think you should see this summer with your money. Olivia, do you want to go first?
So when I think of movies that I'm most excited for this summer, there are quite a few on my list. But I think this one will already be out by the time this episode release. But you know that I had to do a super horny hot romantic comedy with our main man, Pedro Pascal. And this movie is The Materialist. So it has Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal. Just hot, straight out the gate. Don't even need any other information. But it's a romantic comedy set in New York City, and it focuses on Dakota Johnson's character. She is a matchmaker, and so she's kind of like this cynical woman who is just focused on finding love for other people, but love seems to be complicated for her until she meets Pedro Pascal. And then also at the time, like Pedro Pascal is supposed to be like this really rich, hot man, of course, it's Pedro.
Yes.
And then she also at the same time reconnects with her flawed ex, John, who is Chris Evans, on the same exact night. And so she's kind of like going through second chance romance and hot millionaire romance all together, and it just seems amazing. I don't know if you've seen any of like the press tour for this, or
and
any
it's
of the
horny
photo
as hell,
shoots.
and Pedro wants to fill holes.
Yes, it looks so good. Literally, they did this photo shoot and they like released a video of them doing it, and I've never wanted to be Dakota Johnson more. I mean, aside from the Nepo baby part of her life as well.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, well, I'd like to be as rich as Dakota Johnson was.
That's fair.
But,
that's fair.
It's so good. And
how is she going to choose between them? Like, this needs to be a why choose romance, honestly. And she how do you choose?
Yeah, that'd be really funny if it just ended up being a polyamory
oh my
romantic
God.
comedy. I would actually love that so much. It would really like subvert the genre quite a bit if they went for it. But no, it looks really, really good. And I am so here for rom-coms to come back. I think in the 2010s, we really started to move away from them. Like, I need this, like, this time period's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I need like a good, feel-good rom-com. I think we really overcorrected. And everybody says that, like, I wanted to come back. And everyone said with Anyone But You, like, rom-coms were so back. But I didn't really think Anyone But You was that great. And, you know, like I said, I went to high school with Glenn Powell. He has his place. But didn't love it. Everyone says that he's great chemistry. Don't agree.
I haven't heard that it's that good. Like, I don't know. No one that I've talked to said that it was that amazing, but
yeah, it wasn't. It was
it's
just
good
like
to look
we
at
were
because
so
they're both
starved.
hot. Yeah.
We were so starved from a rom-com perspective that we're like, oh, we're so back. No, I need a good one.
I agree. Palm Springs was like the last good rom-com that I really liked with Kristen Milioti and Andy Samberg.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh my God, it's so good. Watch it. It's basically Groundhog's Day, but romantic comedy. It's really
cute.
Yeah.
Cute. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know if I put my full faith in Dakota Johnson being the one to take us to the rom-com renaissance, but
I know.
You know, we can hope. We can hope. Take us home, girly. You did not take us home for 50 Shades of Grey, but we'll give you another chance.
We'll forget about Madam Web. All will be forgiven if you give us a threesome with Pedro Pascal and Captain America. All is forgiven. It's fine.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, wouldn't it be the Mandalorian and Captain America in that?
Actually, it would be Mr. Fantastic, which is a perfect segue because the movie that I am most excited about is the Fantastic Four First Steps. It comes out on July 25th, and it stars Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch. We all know him, of course, as Eddie from Stranger Things. And Yvonne Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm, a.k.a. cousin from The Bear.
Joseph Quinn's wig in that movie, atrocious.
Oh, and Fantastic Four.
It's bad. It's really bad.
The blonde isn't doing it for him. I am so excited for this movie. So the Fantastic Four, this will be the, fourth
yeah,
movie.
Like 1700s.
Yeah.
remake.
So they had one out in like the 60s or 70s or something. And then the ones with
Jessica Alba.
Thank you. With Jessica Alba back in the early 2000s. And then there was a horrible one that came out in 2015 with Michael B. Jordan, was so bad. None of those were in the MCU, though, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
Though we did see Chris Evans, Johnny Torch, or Human Torch.
Yeah, I was like, isn't Chris Evans in the Jessica Alba one?
Yes, Chris Evans plays the Human Torch, and he briefly shows up in Deadpool versus Wolverine because it's different multiverses and gets his skin ripped off. So that was the end of that.
Ouchies.
Ouchie babas. But this is technically the MCU's first whack at the Fantastic Four. It takes place in another universe, of course, like a lot of the MCU movies do. And it will be what is called the first family of the MCU. So if you don't know anything about the Fantastic Four, they are a group of astronauts. Go up to space. Some galactic comic book shit happens, and they come back and they all have superpowers. So Mr. Fantastic.
Why first family? What does that mean?
Because it's like the presidential first family. I don't know. They're kind of known as...
You're just saying the same words again.
Yeah. How do I describe this? They are really the only intact family in the MCU, like a husband, a wife. It is set in the Kennedy era, so it does have that kind of 60s presidential vibes going on. But yeah, they're a husband and a wife and a brother. So they're all related to each other. Yeah, you don't really see that a lot. And then you have
the Rock thing.
Yeah, the Thing. Literally, it's called the Thing. So you don't see that.
My superhero knowledge. You got the Rock thing, you know?
You accidentally got it correct.
You know? When it's right, it's right.
When it's right, it's right. I mean, it's definitely, their names are pretty on the nose. Like Sue Storm is Vanessa Kirby, the Invisible Woman. Guess what her power is? She can go invisible. Human Torch can turn into a torch. Mr. Fantastic can stretch his limbs really far.
I do
and then
that.
the Thing is just very strong and turned into a rock.
Yep. What was Jessica Alba in it? Hot? I know that.
She was very hot, and she was Sue Storm, the Invisible One.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, not someone who needs to be invisible. That is like peak hot Jessica Alba. And
she's so pretty in that movie.
And in Sin City. Not to get distracted, but...
Oh, yeah. No, she's gorgeous in Sin City. I do think Vanessa Kirby is going to do a good job, and I hope that her and Pedro have some good chemistry for Sue Storm and Reed Richards, because we don't have a lot of married couples in the MCU, right? Where they're actually like a family first before superheroes. And I guess that's why they call them the first family. They're family first.
Ew.
Ew.
Marriage.
Disgusting.
Ew. Disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah. So that should be wonderful.
Well, hopefully that is better than all of them. I mean, the only thing I remember from Fantastic Four is that Jessica Alba was really hot in it, and that was about it. So it was not good. It was not a good movie. And you said the 2008 one was bad, but I do think that Pedro can make anything good. So
I think it has a really good cast. Julia Garner is going to play the Silver Surfer, which I'm in for. Did you ever watch Ozark?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know shit about Buck.
I don't know shit about Buck. Yeah, she's the Silver Surfer, so she's bad.
Ooh, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm very excited. I think that's my top interest this summer. What's your next movie that you're excited for?
So childhood me is heading into a summer to watch this movie, and adult me is heading into a summer to watch this movie, and it is Freakier Friday. It is the long-awaited sequel from the 2003 Freaky Friday, where we have Jamie Lee Curtis and the one and only Lindsay Lohan.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Speaking of the Lohan-essence, did you see that she denied getting a facelift?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Her denying a facelift, like, girl, we have eyes.
I love that she was like, I just did an allergy test and I cut out all of my allergens. I'm like, did it suck your face back? Like, what do you mean? I didn't know allergies did that to you. Crazy to deny that. And
she looks incredible, so just admit it, girl. You look incredible.
She was like, with what time? It's like, girl, you were out of the spotlight for like 10 years. What do you mean?
Yeah. You had all the time in the world, but between making your Christmas movies.
stealing that Middle Eastern child, no one was looking at you. Do you remember when she did that on an Instagram live? She went live with this woman and tried to steal her kid, saying like she was trafficking the child, but it was just this like Middle Eastern woman like walking down the street with her son. It's actually pretty crazy. That is a hard left turn from talking about Freaky
is a
Friday,
hell of a drug,
if you've never seen it, Google like Lindsay Lohan tries to steal child. It is absolutely insane.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, kid. What year was this?
It was not that long ago. It was within the last like 5 years, I think.
Oh my God.
And it was when she was like living in Dubai for a while.
So she's in Dubai and steals and accuses a Middle Eastern woman.
In Dubai, but that was when Lindsay was in her like I'm a Dubai woman, like girly, doing things out there. So very, very interesting. But squirrel. Sorry, hard left turn. But yeah, I was very upset that she denied her facelift because like we all have eyes.
Yeah.
But within this Lohan-essence, let's hope it's better than the Netflix Christmas movie, because if it's really, really bad, I'm going to be quite sad, but I have to see it. It's like a train wreck that you can't look away from, but I am hoping for the best.
Chad Michael Murray's in it.
Yeah, but he also got a weird facelift, so maybe it's just...
He does it for me. I don't know.
No, he doesn't do it for me. I liked him when I was younger, but again, blonde men.
That's true. I know. Don't trust a blonde man. But I don't know. He does it for me. But yeah, I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah, the story of Freakier Friday picks up 10 years after the original body swap, and Anna, who is Lindsay Lohan, is now a mom herself and has a daughter and a soon-to-be stepdaughter. And so it's a little bit of like, you'll see when you're older, that age old, like, you hate me now, but you're going to be me in 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think it'll be really, really good. I mean, we have the main heavy hitters. They actually got everyone back from the original one, like all of her bandmates and things like that.
All of the bandmates are back. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I am excited to see if they're going to do music for it.
I'm sure they will. Any chance for Lindsay to try to sing?
Yeah, we'll see. Did the voice hold up? I mean, I don't know if it was that great when we were going through it. I'm just shitting on Lindsay Lohan right now.
So excited for this movie. God, she sucks. Her Old Navy ad that just came out, I almost bought the set she was wearing though, because it was really cute. But then
she looks amazing.
She looks incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that too. The next movie that I am very excited about is Superman. James Gunn's Superman comes out on July 11th. And I know, is it time for another Superman movie? Didn't we just have one? Henry Cavill was great, but those movies weren't that great.
Don't you say that about my man.
I know. He was a wonderful Superman. But I think that Zack Snyder's DC universe, it was time for it to come to an end. And I'm excited to see what James Gunn does with it. From all the trailers, it looks a lot more bright and colorful, which you would expect from like a Superman movie, where Zack Snyder's were all kind of like grim lighting, kind of dark and moody. This one has a lot more of like the primary color scape going on. And it just seems more hopeful, which is kind of what I would want from a Superman movie.
Who's Superman?
It is a guy named David Corenswet. I honestly haven't seen him in anything else that I can think of. Oh, wait, no. He was in Pearl and Twisters. And he is 31 years old. He looks great in the uniform. Are you looking up a picture of him?
Yep. Yeah.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Am I looking at a picture of him?
Yeah, looking at a picture. I saw her eyes go on the screen.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay, he's good. It's still not Henry Cavill.
No one is Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is an alien himself who descended from the skies upon us.
So hot. Do you ever like think about Henry Cavill and be like, what is actually wrong with him? Yeah. Like
yes,
there
I
has
do.
to be like something wrong with him. And like physically, like are you missing a toe? Do you have a really tiny member? I feel like you cannot be that level of
There has to be a flaw.
Like, I always think of Bedazzled in that moment where he's like, I want to be an NBA star. I want to have this. I want to have everything.
Yeah,
and
there's always
the really
some
tiny
flaw.
penis. It always makes me think of that.
Have we ever seen Henry Cavill's butt cheeks on film?
In The Witcher.
Oh, you're right. He gets out of the tub in The Witcher and he's got great ass too. God damn
he's got
it.
great everything.
There's no flaws. Maybe he's a really bad person. Because that's important too, guys. But I feel like that's not true either.
Not if you're that hot. I don't know. You could be a little evil if you're that hot. Like,
you're allowed to be a little bit evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I'm going to go through the rest of this cast real fast because it's stacked. Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois Lane, and she's wonderful. We love her.
I am excited for that. I think she'll do a good job.
Yes. Nicholas Hoult plays Lex Luthor, and I have the biggest crush on him.
Ooh, I love him. He's been in a lot of things too, just like Pedro lately. They're really going for it.
He has been in a lot of things. He plays Beast in Marvel and X-Men, but does that version exist in the MCU yet? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on this a little bit.
Fucking knows
Nathan
at
Fillion
this
plays the Green Lantern. Isabella Merced plays Hawkgirl. Right now, she is starring in The Last of Us. And Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon is gonna play Kara Zor-El, a.k.a. Supergirl, and I'm very excited for this. All right, Olivia, what is one final movie that you are looking forward to this summer?
So, oldie but a goodie, or I guess an oldie series that is sometimes just like a warm blanket. And when I say it's warm blanket, everyone's going to be like, this bitch is psycho. What do you mean? You should go to a mental hospital. It is The Conjuring Last Rites.
No, I totally agree. I think you're psycho for liking a warm blanket because I like a cold blanket.
Oh, it depends. I mean, if I'm in Arizona, I want a cold blanket. If I'm in a place that is in Arizona, I like a warm blanket, you know?
Let's talk more about blankets.
That's what the people really want. So The Conjuring Last Rites is the 9th and reportedly final installment in the Conjuring universe. They've said this like 17 times though. And so the math isn't mathing on 9 and 17, but you get the point. So it is set in 1986, which is 5 years after the events of The Devil Made Me Do It. The film follows Ed and Lorraine, as they always do, as they consider retiring from paranormal activities and investigations. Sure. And their plans are interrupted when they're approached by the Smurl family, a Pennsylvania couple experiencing violent hauntings, demonic attacks in their homes. So kind of the same, antics that we've seen in the other Conjuring movies. And it's really kind of them grappling with, like, can they keep doing it? And so it has Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson. We have Mia Tomlinson as Judy Warren, who is Ed and Lorraine's daughter. So if it is the last one, I mean, I don't know how they're going to keep getting Vera and Patrick back for this franchise. I mean, it's probably making them quite a bit of money. But I just love The Conjuring. I think the original Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2 are so freaking good.
I agree. They're so good and so scary. Like, they're amazing.
Yeah. Even if you add in The Nun, I think The Nun was really scary as well.
Oh, The Nun is so scary.
The movies are just so good, and ultimately, like, it is a little bit, I mean, it's the 9th one, you know where you're going to get. But I think that Ed and Lorraine Warren, as themselves, are very interesting characters. I mean, I guess it's a good question for you, because there's a big controversy over if they were, like, faking things, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe them?
I was listening to a ghost podcast pretty recently, like a haunting paranormal thing. And I don't remember what case it was, but they made a pretty strong case that they were like faking it and it was for money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I maybe they brought people comfort, people who are going through things and they make them feel like that placebo effect. Or maybe they were some of the times, sure, they did something, and then other times they kind of embellished a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I don't know how to feel about them, but I do think they are very interesting people. Like, the fact that they really exist. They don't look anything like Farrah and Patrick
they got
Wilson.
The Hollywood glow up for sure. They got the Hollywood glow up. I mean, I think where them being frauds really came into like American culture was with Amityville. They were kind of like brought in there and seen as fakes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even if they didn't tell the truth or they were faking things, like they really brought like ghost hunting and paranormal into the zeitgeist and pop culture and things like that. I think it's very timely that Annabelle just escaped the doll. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, like the real life doll. Sorry, I'm looking up because Patrick Wilson and Ghost released a song together.
Oh, look at you go.
And it's from like the Red Room or something. Oh, that's Insidious. Patrick Wilson's in both of those franchises, isn't he? Conjuring and Insidious. I get them mixed up in my head all the time.
Also amazing.
Why is he in both of them?
Because Patrick Wilson is in like every horror movie. He has a good like dad goes crazy or like older man in a horror movie.
Yeah, or in Hard Candy, really guy gets his balls hammered.
Yes,
but not really.
Great movie. Also a great movie.
But yes, I did see that Annabelle was just stolen or escaped. Or something.
So she escaped, and they found her in New Orleans, which is like the sketchiest place to have Annabelle be found. The most haunted place.
I was gonna say, she just went to where she felt comfortable.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think that the Annabelle doll and what it really looks like is like extra disturbing.
I have never seen what it actually looks like.
Oh my God,
if I look
Google?
at a picture of it, will I be haunted?
No. It's a doll.
I feel like she's gonna like come out of the screen. Annabelle, real doll.
Yeah, it's like
she's a Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, Raggedy Ann. Yeah, it's literally, so she's like said to be possessed. The movie Annabelle, so sketch, so scary.
My grandma had a Raggedy Ann growing up, and I loved it.
Well, maybe it was Annabelle.
Maybe I need to ask. This Raggedy Ann's kind of tall, though. The Annabelle one, that's too tall.
That's the problem. She's tall. She's possessed by a demon. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. If its legs were shorter, she could chill.
Yeah, listen. A good old-fashioned Raggedy Ann and Andy doll have little stub legs. That thing's like 6 feet tall. I don't trust it.
Okay, who would you rather fight? Like, who's the less scary of these two dolls?
Okay.
Chucky or Annabelle?
I think I could get along with Annabelle. No, I think I could get along with Chucky. In the new Chucky movie, he's got like a trans kid, or in the Chucky show, and he's like kind of chilling. If you become friends with him, he'll have your back, right? I don't know. Probably not.
I would agree, but for a very different reason. I think that Chucky is just a murderer in a doll body, and then Annabelle is a fucking demon.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's probably the more important reason than mine.
Yeah. I think he's a chiller. Chucky would
who could hang? Who could I smoke a joint with?
Chucky would say, "You're hot for a goth girl." And he only likes a goth girl, Jennifer Tilly. But then you'd have to contend with Jennifer Tilly, Bride of Chucky.
Dude, Jennifer Tilly can step on me all she wants. That's fine. Kill me, mommy.
Speaking of Jennifer Tilly, you're not a Real Housewife person, but she is on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. She's so funny with all of those women. They're all like, meh, 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 meh. And she's like, I'm super rich. I have Simpsons money. Like, I'm just here to party.
Not the Simpsons money. I love that.
She made a joke like, oh, honey, you think Chucky's paying for this jewelry? No.
We love a self-aware queen. Listen. Yeah. All of this discussion also leads perfectly into the last movie that I'm excited about for summer. Well, not the last one. I'm excited for a lot of movies, but the last one I'm going to talk about. Megan 2.0, another murderous doll robot thing. So 2 years after the events of Megan went rogue and embarked on a murderous rampage. The creator, Gemma, has become an advocate for government oversight of AI. Unbeknownst to her, a defense contractor has created a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, the ultimate infiltration spy. However, as Amelia's self-awareness increases, it becomes less interested in taking orders. In order to stop Amelia, Gemma decides to resurrect Megan, making her faster, stronger, and more lethal. The trailer for this movie looks fucking absurd.
Yeah.
It looks absurd. It's like Megan, the first one was kind of a horror movie. This one looks like just an action movie. It looks
I can see
so
that.
unnecessary and over the top and stupid, and I am so excited for it.
Yeah, it's like really leaning into how ridiculous it is. It's like,
Yes.
you know what? AI doll versus AI doll.
Exactly. I am so excited for it. I think it's going to be very self-aware from the trailer. Megan says she's going to kick somebody in the vagina or something, or hold on to your vaginas. Like, it's so stupid. And they compensate for the actress who plays her getting older by when they remake Megan. She's like, make me a little taller. Like, okay, perfect. So Megan is going to star Allison Williams as Gemma again, the creator of Megan. And then it also brings back Jenna Davis as the voice of Megan. And then Amy Donald as the dancer who plays and does like the body work for Megan. And then, of course, they have all the CG and special effects on top of her to make her look like a doll. But all of the crazy dance moves in the hallway, that was all this little girl named Amy Donald.
Yeah, that'll be a good silly goofy one that is like aware of itself and really goes for it. Honorary mention: new Jurassic Park movie. One and only reason: Jonathan Bailey in those slutty little glasses.
God, the sluttiest little glasses. God, he is so handsome.
Literally,
so handsome,
so hot. So we have Pedro. We have Superman, can't remember his name, and we have
David
Jonathan Bailey. Doesn't matter. Jonathan Bailey in those slutty little glasses. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
A summer for the girls and the gays, baby.
Yes. It does feel there's a lot of superhero movies though, so I don't know if those are for the girls and the gays.
I'm a girl and a gay, and I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, happy Pride Month, everybody, by the way.
Very happy Pride Month. I am so excited. You know what you should do instead of coming for Labor Day? You should just come for SF Pride.
I know that's like this month, though. I am literally going out of town like every week of this month. It's
okay, so you hate me.
I love you so much.
So you hate gay people. Okay.
So what you're saying is you hate the gays?
You hate me and you hate gay people. Okay.
Phoenix Pride isn't till October because it's 145 degrees outside. So we do our prides in October. So you should come to Phoenix for Phoenix Pride.
I mean, maybe, but like no one's talking about Phoenix Pride as it's like a good thing. San Francisco Pride is like amazing and noteworthy.
Right. Next year, next summer, let's make it a plan.
I've heard this before. I literally asked
you to plan. This is your first summer there.
No, because on your birthday, I said everyone should come to San Francisco for Pride. And we all said, yes, we're going to do it. Oh, my God. And then you made like 7 other plans.
If it makes you feel any better, 2 of those trips were with my in-laws.
It doesn't.
And I love them, but I can't like say no to that.
I mean, you could.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fuck family. Olivia needs me for Pride.
I mean, I have my priorities straight.
That's true. You do. Well, next summer, write it down. In the meantime, we are going to be watching all of these amazing summer movies. But I think it is about time for us to wrap this up. Olivia, where can the people find you?
You can find me, Olivia, on Instagram at Livy Mariez, Livimaries.
You can find me, Shauna Trinidad, on Instagram and Threads at Shauna Trinidad, ShaunaTrinidad. You can find Pop Culture Junkie online on our website, aptly named popculturejunkie.com. From there, you can find our podcast on all platforms, as well as our social media links, blog posts, and more. Tell us your summer movie plans, and you can follow, subscribe, rate, review, all of those things please give us those 5-star reviews that we love. 4.5 stars is fine too, but like, give us the 5. Just round up. You see my door behind me slowly opening? That just creeped me out so hard looking in the camera.
Annabelle!
She
said, you weren't afraid of me enough. I'm ready.
Because she's like, and Chucky's like, you said we could be friends, bitch. It was my cat, everybody. And please join us on our Patreon because every subscription helps us bring you more great episodes like this one. Find us at patreon.com/popculturejunkiepodcast. Sign up for a sneak peek or get a super special shout out from us. And come back next week for another hit of pop culture.
The Pop Culture Junkie podcast is produced by Jeff Markin and Cheryl Lightfoot for the Pop Culture Entertainment Network.
So entertain me.